tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
On today's Smart 7, the Rwanda Rebellion fails to take off. Cameron pushes for Putin cash and lots more. It's Thursday, 18th of January. It's Winnie the Pooh Day and happy birthday, Jason Segel.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Much like the Rwanda scheme itself, the latest Tory rebellion over it never really got off the ground. The early part of the week had seen frantic plotting and amendments put forward by the so-called rebel group, with talk of up to 60 Tory MPs voting against the government unless the Safety of Rwanda bill was toughened up. But in the end, the tough talk proved to be just that, and the bill passed its third reading on Wednesday evening and now heads to the House of Lords.
The ayes to the right, 320. The noes to the left, 276. The ayes have it, look!
It all made for a ridiculous spectacle as the Tory party tied itself in knots over a scheme that seems unlikely to work in practice. At Prime Minister's Question Time, Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer was scathing in his assessment of the Tory side and the fact that as Chancellor, Rishi dismissed the Rwanda scheme as unworkable.
When he sees his party tearing itself apart, hundreds of bald men scrapping over a single broken comb, doesn't he wish he'd had the courage to stick to his guns?
If you're a mortgage holder hoping that the Bank of England will start to cut interest rates, Wednesday wasn't a great day. After a steady drop in inflation, there was a surprise uptick in the figure for December. It rose from 3.9% to 4%, which was not what most analysts expected. The European Central Bank was warning that rates may need to stay high across Europe until inflation is properly under control, and Chancellor Jeremy Hunt says that no one expects inflation to fall in a straight line.
We have a plan. We've taken very difficult decisions to bring inflation down. That plan is working, and what today shows is that we need to stick to that plan, and then we will succeed.
Prime Minister Rishi Sunak had been celebrating the fall in inflation as it meant that he was able to deliver at least one of his 5 pledges in 2023. But he too was staying calm in the face of rises driven in part by increases in the cost of alcohol and tobacco.
All countries have seen a mild tick-up in December, but the crucial thing is that inflation has been more than halved, delivered ahead of schedule, and that is having an enormous benefit to families up and down the country.
Ukraine has been high on the agenda. At the annual World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, President Zelensky has been busy with diplomacy, while the EU seeks to resolve a dispute with Hungarian leader Viktor Orban. That has held up a €50 billion aid package. As the diplomatic negotiations continue, the UK has been one of the countries pushing to give Ukraine access to Russia's frozen assets. There are approximately $350 billion worth of funds, which Lord David Cameron, the UK's Foreign Secretary, says there are legal, moral and political justifications for handing over to Ukraine. Cameron was also keen to point out that even if things are in stalemate at the moment, the war has not gone well for Putin.
This has been a catastrophic disaster for Putin. He's been cut off and sanctioned by a good part of the free world. On the Black Sea, he's faced another catastrophe where over 20% of his navy has been sunk by a country, Ukraine, that only has a very small navy.
There was a further missile attack in the Red Sea on Wednesday, with a vessel hit by a drone which caused a small fire. It came as the US formally labelled the Houthi rebels a specially designated terrorist group, with the National Security Council's John Kirby warning there would be no negotiations on the matter. In Gaza, medicine for Israeli hostages and Palestinian civilians arrived after a new deal was brokered by Qatar, but fighting continued, with Israel claiming to have killed another senior terrorist in a refugee camp near the city of Nablus. US Senator Bernie Sanders says that the State Department has an obligation to ensure Israel complies with international law while using American-supplied munitions.
Much of the bombardment is happening right now with US arms and equipment. In other words, whether we like it or not, the United States is complicit in the nightmare that millions of Palestinians are now experiencing.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 third-round FA Cup replay drama, and Sofia Vergara learns how to take cocaine. Right after this.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
Welcome back.
Wednesday night saw the last of the FA Cup third-round replays. Norwich travelled to take on Bristol Rovers and came away with a 3-1 win, which means they faced Liverpool in the fourth round. And two of the clubs who were charged with breaching Premier League rules this week were also in action. Everton were at home to Crystal Palace and got a 1-0 win to see them through. Nottingham Forest travelled to Blackpool in a game that went to extra time in bitterly cold conditions, but Forest held on to win 3-2. They meet Bristol in the next round and manager Nuno Espirito Santo sounded pleased.
This is an amazing competition. It's so beautiful because it allows every team, no matter which division, to show themselves. The spirit that Blackpool put today was amazing. Credit for them. And it's not easy. That's why I love this competition so much.
Sofia Vergara will probably always be best known for playing Gloria on Modern Family, but she's taken on a very different challenge for her next role in the 6-part crime drama Griselda. She's playing Griselda Blanco, a real-life Colombian drug lord who ruled Miami's underworld in the 1980s. Griselda was known as the godmother of cocaine, and the miniseries, which drops on Netflix next week, is produced by the team behind Narcos. Sophia popped up with Jimmy Fallon and says she had a whole load of new skills she needed to learn for the role.
The director is an amazing director, and he taught me how to smoke. He taught me how to do cocaine. You know, it was amazing because I was 51 years old and I didn't even know how to, how to light a cigarette.
No, I don't know.
I had never done cocaine, so it's like, it was amazing. It was like a great experience.
Brace yourself, there's a new American rom-com on the way set in England. It's called Upgraded, and it follows Camila Mendes, who plays Anna, an art auction house intern with a super demanding boss played by Marisa Tomei. She gets sent to London, accidentally upgraded on the flight, and meets the handsome Will, played by Archie Renault. Then things get complicated. Think of it as The Devil Loves Picasso, and you'll get the idea. It's due to hit Prime Video on February 9th.
I just got invited to go to London with Claire DuPont. You're not on this flight. I put you on one that leaves in 4 hours. An economy.
You just been upgraded.
I'm William. What brings you to London?
Our London branch has called in the director of the New York office.
Wow, you seem a bit young to be the director.
Yeah, the youngest director in company history.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.